Greetings, my friends. A thrill and a delight to have you back with us here at the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies. I am your highly trained broadcast specialist, Rush Limbaugh, the man Barack Obama has instructed you not to listen to. Look at how far we have come. Back in the early 70s, when Richard Nixon was president, he had a list of names on a piece of paper. They were members of the media in large part, and he called this list of names his enemies list. That list of names was part of the documentation that the House was preparing to use to impeach Richard Nixon. He had a list of media people he said were his enemies. We have now gotten to 2009, where the President of the United States, Barack Obama, in a meeting with Republican and Democrat leaders in the House of Representatives, in a meeting over his stimulus package, can say to the Republicans, stop listening to Rush Limbaugh. Don't listen to him. That's not how things get done in this town. And there's no outrage that a private citizen has been singled out by the President of the United States. There is tacit agreement in some quarters, curiosity in others. Now, I spent the first hour of the program responding to the president, talking about some of the things in the news today. But now, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, I have a serious proposal to make: the Obama-Limbaugh Stimulus Plan 2009. There is a serious debate in this country as to how best end the recession. Recessions will end on their own if they're left alone. The average recession will last 5 months to 11 months. The average recovery from each recession will last 6 years. What can make the recession worse is the wrong kind of government intervention. The wrong kind of government intervention is precisely what President Obama has proposed. I don't believe that his stimulus plan is a stimulus plan at all. I don't think it's designed to stimulate anything but the Democrat Party. It's designed to repair the power losses from the 90s forward of the Democrat Party and to entrench this party for quote-unquote eternal power, like Franklin Delano Roosevelt did with his New Deal. Now, we have Keynesian economists that believe government spending on shovel-ready projects of all kinds, infrastructure, schools, roads, bridges. That's the best way, they think, to stimulate our staggering economy. There are just as many supply-side economists who make an equally persuasive case that tax cuts are the surest and quickest way to create permanent jobs and cause an economy to rebound and recover. The Heritage Foundation can provide those figures from the administrations of JFK, who cut taxes major, from Ronald Reagan, who cut taxes, and George Bush, the 43, who also cut taxes. The blueprint is there. We can consult it. We know what happens when tax rates are cut in a recession. We know that it brings an economy back. There is recent polling that proves the American people are in favor of both of these approaches. Keynesian, stimulus spending by the government on infrastructure, roads and bridges and the like, and supply-side proposals. And it's important to remember this because it is the people's money in either case that's going to be spent here. It's our money. It is not Washington's. Now, the Rasmussen people have a new poll out, and notwithstanding the media blitz in support of the Obama stimulus plan, most Americans, Rasmussen finds, are skeptical. Rasmussen finds that 59% fear that Congress and the president will increase government spending too much in the next year or two. Only 17% worry that they will cut taxes too much. The American people, if in polling, are not certain that the Obama stimulus plan is the way to go, despite what you're hearing from the drive-by media. So it seems to me that there may be an opportunity here and now for genuine compromise, and to establish at the same time as this genuine compromise evidence for how to deal with future recessions so that this no longer becomes a matter of partisan debate each time it happens, because recessions are going to happen. My proposal is designed to illustrate once and for all how to deal with them. Congress is currently haggling over how to spend $1 trillion. $1 trillion generated by American taxpayers in the private sector. Congress wants to spend, think of this now, $1 trillion that they don't have until you and I go to work and pay taxes. They want to spend this on a stimulus plan. They want to take it out of our pockets and redistribute this money in their way to their constituents and to their make-work projects like schools, roads, bridges, blah, blah, blah. This does not have to be a divisive issue. Does not have to be in any way, shape, manner, or form a divisive issue. So I have a proposal. As has been noted, elections have consequences. President Obama, in the meeting on Friday with House and Senate Republican leaders, Eric Cantor from Virginia in the House proposed a moderate tax cut plan. Obama said, well, you know what? I won. I'm going to trump you on that. We're not going to do. Well, where's the bipartisanship, President Obama? There is no bipartisanship in President Obama's plan. President Obama's definition of bipartisanship is when Republicans cave and agree with his plan so he can then claim it's bipartisan. But he's not compromising on anything here. Mine is a genuine compromise. So let's look at how the vote came out, shall we? 53% of voters in this country, we'll say, for the sake of this proposal, 53% of Americans voted for Obama. 46% voted for Senator McCain, and 1% voted for wackos. Let's give the remaining 1% to President Obama. So let's say that 54% voted for President Obama and 46% voted for Senator McCain. As a way to bring the country together and at the same time determine the most effective way to deal with recessions,